CitiusTech say that learning never stops at CT.
For the first 7 years of my career, I was a developer. I used to do software programming.
Where do you see CitiusTech making the biggest impact next 5 years?
I think the next 5 years would still be AI.
My name is Megha Jaluri, and you're listening to the awesome podcast powered by CitiusTech. This is where technology meets purpose, and today I'm going to meet some awesome technology leaders who are shaping the healthcare industry with passion, grit, and new age technologies like artificial intelligence. We are celebrating 20 years of Citius Tech with some epic behind the scenes stories with these amazing human beings who are making it happen. I have with me Sajin Paul, Vice President, Technical Management at Citius Tech. Hello, Sajin. How are you?
I'm doing good.
How
Thank
are you
you.
feeling today?
Feeling great. Looking forward to this podcast.
Okay, so let's get forward. So, tech is one thing and purpose is another. What energizes you most about working here at the intersection of tech and healthcare, especially in day to day work?
So it's actually the intersection of tech and healthcare that excites me most. I started my career as a developer. For the first 7 years of my career, I was a developer. I used to do software programming, and then I moved to more into a domain focused role. And at CTS Tech, you actually have opportunity which offers you the blend of both tech as well as domain. So that excites me most in my work at CTS Tech. So and of course, you also spoke about the purpose. And at CTS Tech, you will always hear people talking about how our work impacts patient lives. So that's also one of the reasons that makes work exciting at CTS Tech.
Great. So, I've heard leaders from Citius Tech say that learning never stops at CT. As a technologist yourself, tell me an instance where a learning that came from an unlikely place and how that has informed or transformed your approach.
Learning from an unlikely place. So maybe I'll not be able to give you an example for an unlikely source, but learning, I think, the kind of teams that we work with, the kind of projects that we work with, the kind of clients that we work with, I think there's learning everywhere. And some of the clients that we work with, they are really veterans in the industry. There's a lot of learning that we get from them. I mean, to give you an example, I mean, it's not an unlikely source. One source, our client. So we spoke about learning. So there are a lot of training programs that we have in CTS Tech, which is like soft skills, be it soft skills or technical skills. And we also at CTS Tech encourage employees to pursue higher education, which is both managerial as well as technical. And in recent times, we actually had a team that we had formed, a group of youngsters who came together with the willingness to learn AI and ML, and we trained them through a bootcamp training in CTS Tech, and they were actually put to work on a project which was under me. And our client was a scientist who actually had invented one of the machine learning algorithms. So it was a great opportunity for the folks who just got trained and started working with such a client. And she actually turned out to be a great mentor to the team, and that was a very gratifying experience working with her. So I think we have learning from all sorts of places during our work at CTS Tech.
Wow, that's very inspiring. So it sounds like your tech team have best of the both worlds, right? As you mentioned before. So as a tech leader yourself, how do you ensure you're always at the step ahead of tech-led disruption to enable the best of the best outcomes for your clients?
I think because of the sole focus on healthcare, and we have developed deep relationship with a lot of our customers, so we are in some ways agnostic of the tech-led disruption that can happen, because we already closely work with our clients in terms of their domain, and tech is just an enabler in that. So I think our learning, our partnership with these customers, and our insight into what's the trend going forward, I think keeps us ready in terms of handling any tech-led disruption that might come up. Yeah.
Zoom into the next 5 years. Where do you see CTS Tech making the biggest impact in healthcare and life sciences?
The next 5 years, I think the buzzword today is AI. I think the next 5 years would still be AI, and I think we're in the process of creating a culture wherein everybody thinks like AI first, and I think using AI we are really poised to help our customers on all fronts in terms of like in being in healthcare, it's like improving diagnostic efficiencies, workflow and operational efficiencies, and improving patient outcomes.
So, very rarely do you find people who are so passionate about the work they do, right? And here, not only you are thinking about the client, but also their client. So, is that what makes Citius Tech special?
I think it's a blend of all things that I said earlier, like the purpose which brings us all together. So I'll give you an example. There's this one project that we did for one of our customers. We built a 3D printing solution for them, and as part of the solution, I mean, it's possible to actually 3D print a patient's body part, right? So there was this incident wherein a 13-year-old schoolboy, he broke his knee while playing basketball, and after the surgery, his knee grew up in a very odd position, and which had to be rectified and aligned and re-rectified again. So what the surgeon was able to do is they were able to 3D print his knee bone, and they were able to practice the surgery well ahead of the surgery. It also determine the right size of the implant and bend the implant in a way that you can directly place it in the patient's body. And the surgery we were able to reduce the surgery time from 3 hours to 80 minutes. So the kind of work that we do, and it's really gratifying to hear such kind of impact that we've made, and we've been part of that process in actually developing such kind of a solution. So like that's purpose, and I think the team camaraderie, the culture that we have at CTS Tech. I've seen youngsters come in. We have a very welcoming culture at CTS Tech. Youngsters come in, they blend well with the team, and sometimes I've been overwhelmed with the kind of knowledge that they have, and the kind of team bonding events that we have at CTS Tech. There are varied events, be it sports or cultural activities. I think that all helps together to foster a culture of team spirit and, like I said, the team camaraderie, and that's what people keeps people together. Projects may be stressful at times, but the bonding that people share helps them go through that ride.
Okay, now I have a bit of a personal question for you. So, what drives you every Monday morning to work every day?
I think I've already answered in parts. It's a blend of all these. The purpose, like I said, impacting human lives. That's one. And yeah, you have a team that you are leading, you're responsible for, and the team camaraderie, all of those things that brings me to office on Monday.
Okay, so I think the purpose of this podcast has ended here, and I had a great insight over everything related to healthcare, and I learned a lot. But now we are moving forward to the fun segment where I'll be asking you some fun questions. So, so what's your unofficial job title that your team would totally agree with?
So there's this one title that I keep hearing, and though I don't agree with, it's like an imaging expert.
It's
Imaging expert.
Oh, wow. So, if Citius Tech was a movie, what genre would it be and what role would you be playing? And you can also name the movie according to you.
I think in terms of the genre, I think it's a mix of all genres together. We have action, there's adventure, there's horror at times when you have an escalation in client call coming up. But I think to sum it all up, I would say I would classify it as an adventure. And in terms of the role that I would be playing, I think with all the great leaders at CTS Tech, I would be a support cast, maybe a lead support cast. Yeah.
Lead support cast. Describe your work from home setup in 3 words.
Comfortable. It's convenient because I can do some home stuff as well, but boring also in some ways because in office you have a lot of fun with friends around. Yeah.
Okay, so if we looked at your screen time report right now, what app would it be on number one?
Yeah, has to be Microsoft Teams.
So you're stuck in a never ending Teams call. Whom from your team would you want to be stuck with?
Probably my manager, so that he knows that I was stuck in a Teams call for so long.
Oh, great. That's a great answer. So now we're moving forward to the Gen Z lingo test. Okay. Are you good with Gen Z lingos?
I'm learning. I have a 13-year-old daughter. I'm learning from her.
Great. So if someone says a project was mid, is that a compliment or the opposite? What do you
I
think?
think it probably means a so-so. It was not that great,
Yeah.
but not that bad
So
as well.
is also a Gen Z term.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So
I'm already a
yeah,
a
you're
Gen
already
Z.
there. So when someone replies bet after you assign them a task, what do they mean?
I think it means, yeah, you got it done. It'll happen.
Yeah. So imagine you drop a brilliant idea in a team call and someone says, you've got mad riz. What just happened?
Maybe you slayed. I think I
Oh,
use a Gen Z
let's
word
go.
to answer that.
Slade.
Yeah.
So describe your daily work energy using one Gen Z word, like vibe, slay, or anything which you like.
Vibe.
Vibe. Okay. Last but not the least, if your colleague says IYK in a Teams message, what are they hinting at?
I know you know something like that. Yeah.
So it says, if you know, you know.
Yeah, if you know, you know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think if you're in a Teams call and some of them know something which only that hint is required. If you know, you know what's happening, kind of.
Yeah, but according to me, you're also Gen Z certified.
Oh,
So
thank you.
good job. And thank you so much for the conversation. It was very insightful.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. I hope you have a great future ahead.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.